Children. Hope you all are safe and healthy. Enjoyed your vacation of Deepavali and Chhat Puja. Last video was concerned with the forms of water and water cycle. In today's video, we are going to start up with the water which is available underground. 16.3 Groundwater as an important source of water. As we dig a hole in the ground near a water body, we may find that the soil is moist. Moist means it's wet. The moisture in the soil indicates the presence of water underground. We all know water is present underground. Practically, you must have seen. Through boring, through hand pump, we get water which is available underground. If we dig deeper and deeper, we would reach a level where all the space between the particles of soil and gaps between rocks are filled with water. There is small gaps of air and water available in the soil, which is always filled with air and water. The upper limit of this layer is called the water table. The water which is available underground, the upper limit of that underground water is called water table. The water table varies from place to place. In dry zones, the water table is very down, whereas in zones where water is available everywhere, water is abundant, there the water table is up. And it may even change at a given place. The water table may be at a depth of less than a meter or maybe several meters below the ground. The groundwater found below the water table is called groundwater. The water table below that, the water is available, the reservoir of water is there, that is called groundwater. What is the source of this groundwater? Now, which is the main source of water? Rainwater. Rain is the main source of water. The rainwater and water from other sources such as rivers and ponds seeps through the soil and fills the empty spaces and cracks deep below the ground. What happens when it rains? Water is available everywhere on the surface, and this water seeps down, and the process of seeping of water through the soil is called infiltration. Now we are coming to a new word. The process of seeping of water into the ground is called infiltration. Mark this word, children. The groundwater thus gets recharged by this process. Whenever the groundwater gets finished up, again through the seepage, the water goes into the ground, and this process is called infiltration, and the groundwater gets recharged. At places, the groundwater is stored between layers of hard rock below the water table. This is known as aquifer. Actually, children, you must have read the layers of soil. There is a last layer of soil called bedrock. Above bedrock, there is a reservoir of water which is called aquifer. The reservoir of water available underground above the bedrock is called aquifer. Water in the aquifers can be usually pumped out with the help of tube wells or hand pumps. Everybody must be having wells, tube wells or borings at home. The water from the underground, you use it through motors, pumps, anyhow. Have you ever been to a site where construction work is going on? From where do the workers get water for construction? Maybe you have seen boring being done at such sites to reach the water table. Deep borings are being done. In this diagram which I had told you to do in the last class, a hand pump is there, a boring pipe is there, and this is the groundwater. From here the groundwater is pumped up and utilized, whereas the rainwater, it seeps down through the soil to form groundwater. Maybe you have seen boring being done at such sites to reach the water table. Inquire from the people working there how deep they have to dig. Actually, children, in a dry zone, it has to be dig very low, whereas where the availability of water is much, there the level of water table is up, so it has to be not dug so deep. Can we keep on drawing water from under the ground? How will it affect the water table? Actually, if we keep on drawing the water from underground and there is no seepage or infiltration process is very slow, then the water reservoir will go low and low and aquifer will become dry and drier. The water table will be going down. This is what we are going to read in the next section. 16.4 Depletion of water table. That means water table going down or lowering of the water table. Water drawn from under the ground gets replenished or recharged by seepage of rainwater. The water table does not get affected as long as we draw as much water as in replenished by natural process. Replenishment or rechargement of water is always done naturally. However, water table may go down if the water is not sufficiently replenished. If concrete area is going more and more, that means construction buildings are going more and more, then recharge of groundwater will be lesser and lesser, because recharge is only done through the open area or soil area. This may happen due to many reasons. Increase in population. Obviously, increase in population will utilize more water, so water table will go down. Industrial and agricultural activities utilizes much of water, so water table will go down. Are some common factors affecting water table, and these factors we are going to read now. Scanty rainfall is another factor, that is climatic conditions, that may deplete the water table. Yet another factor affecting water table could be deforestation. Yes, children, cutting of trees also draw lesser water, less rainfall, less water seepage will be there. And decrease in the effective area for seepage of water. What do you mean by decrease in the effective area? That means concrete area going more and more and soil area getting lesser and lesser. First point is increasing population. Increasing population creates demand for construction of houses, shops, offices, roads and pavements. So these all are concrete areas. Concrete areas, no seepage of water is there, no infiltration process is there, no recharge of groundwater is there. This decreases the open areas like parks and playgrounds. Thus, in turn, decreases the seepage of water into the ground. What could be the consequence? What can be the result? Recall that a pakka floor does not allow water to seep in easily, while in a grass lawn, water seeps through in no time. Moreover, a huge amount of water is required for construction work, and this water is available only through borings. Often groundwater is used for this purpose. So on the one hand, we are consuming more groundwater, and on the other, we are allowing lesser water to seep into the ground. This results in less recharge of water. Groundwater gets recharged lesser and lesser, and usage is more and more. This results in the depletion of water table. In fact, the water table in some parts of many cities has gone down to alarmingly low levels. That is why there is lowering of water table, and availability of water is going lesser and lesser. Next point is increasing industries. Industries use lot of water, and if more and more industries are there, lots of water will be used and recharging of water will go down. Increasing industries. Water is used by all the industries. Almost everything that we use needs water somewhere in its production process. The number of industries is increasing continuously. Water used by most of the industries is drawn from the ground. Activity 16.4. Name some industries familiar to you. Make a list of the products obtained from these and use it in our daily life. Discuss with your teacher and parents how the growing industrial activity is responsible for the depletion of water table. Be it any industry, milk industry, dairy products or leather industry, anywhere, always water is getting used. Agricultural activities is the third point, in which water for irrigation is used more and more, and recharging, again groundwater is getting recharged lesser and lesser. A majority of farmers in India depend upon rains for irrigating their crops. Irrigation systems such as canals are there only in a few places. Even these systems may suffer from lack of water due to erratic rainfall, less and less rainfall. So we have to use more groundwater because rainfall is going lower and lower. Therefore, farmers have to use groundwater for irrigation. Population pressure on agriculture forces increasing use of groundwater. Day by day, this results in depletion of water table. So 3 points we read today: increasing population more demand and less recharge of water. Increasing industries use more water, so depletion in water table again. Agricultural activities also going more and more for feeding most of the population, so more water will be used and groundwater is getting used, so more and more water table will be getting depleted. Next part of it we are going to read in the next class. Thank you, children.